Uterovaginal prolapse is abnormal protrusion of the uterus or the vagina beyond their normal anatomical confines. Its types include uterine prolapse and a vaginal prolapse. UV prolapse causes the supravaginal part to elongate. As the prolapse portion is continuously being exposed to the environment, this causes ulceration, incarceration, and keratinization. Preventing UV prolapse requires avoiding all those activities that weaken the pelvic supports. This requires avoiding smoking and weightlifting, treating the chronic cough and constipation, labor care. Besides, this also requires the strengthening of the pelvic supports by doing the antenatal and the postnatal exercises. The treatment involves the temporary treatment or the permanent one. The permanent one further includes the surgical treatment. Let's have a look to the female pelvic anatomy to understand the uterine pelvic support system. Anteriorly, this globular structure is the urinary bladder. Posterior to it is the uterus, which is anteverted upon it. Now, the supports are basically of the two types, the ligaments and the muscles. The first ligament is the cardiac ligament. The cardiac ligament is also known as the transverse cervical ligament or the lateral cervical ligament. Lateral cervical ligament starts from the lateral pelvic walls to the cervix. The second one is the uterosacral ligament. The uterosacral ligament is present behind this one. This is the uterosacral ligament on both the sides. From the uterus, it starts from the uterus and it ends at the sacrum. The third one is the round ligament. Round ligament is this tubular structure. And the next one is the pubocervical one. The pubic is present below. From the pubic bone, over here, you all can see that this is the pubic bone, and from here it is extending towards the cervix. The last is the muscular support. The muscular support is the levator ani. This is the levator ani, which has three parts: iliococcygeus, puborectalis, and the pretectal fibers. Uterovaginal prolapse is divided into the uterine prolapse and the vaginal prolapse. The vaginal prolapse is further divided into the interior vaginal wall prolapse and the posterior vaginal wall prolapse. The interior vaginal wall prolapse is further includes the cystocele. Cystocele is the descent of the upper two-thirds of the interior vaginal wall, and this would contain the urinary bladder. It is named after the bladder. Cysto means bladder. Urethrocoele is the prolapse of the lower one-third of the interior vaginal wall, and as the urethra is present interior to it, so it's known as the urethrocoele. If there is the prolapse of the entire of the vaginal wall, then both the bladder and the urethra would prolapse, leading to a cystourethrocoele. Now, the posterior vaginal wall prolapse. Posterior to the vagina is present the rectum. Along with it, the intestine is present. So, whenever there is a prolapse of the lower two-thirds of the vaginal wall, this would lead to the rectocele. And when there is the prolapse of the upper one-third of the vaginal wall, the intestines would be present within this prolapse, and this is known as the enterocele. The last one is the wall prolapse. Wall is basically simply a structure which is left behind after hysterectomy, and its prolapse is the wall prolapse. The patients with a cystocele mainly presents with a stress incontinence, frequency, urgency, which means that the symptoms are the same as the patient is having any of the problem with the urinary tract. Whenever a patient is having a rectocele, then the patient presents with the backache, as the back is present right posterior to the rectum. Similarly, the patient would complain of difficulty at defecation, at which sometimes the patient would have to defecate or empty its bowel with the help of fingering. This is also known as the digitation. Whenever there is a uterine prolapse, the patient presents with bleeding, pain, or the coital difficulty. Each type of the prolapse is treated according to its type. Like if the patient is suffering from the uterine prolapse, then the uterus is to be removed, which is either by the vaginal hysterectomy or by the abdominal hysterectomy. Similarly, a procedure known as the Manchester repair is also present, or the uterus is to be sutured with the sacrum, and this procedure is known as the uterosacropexy. In case of the cystocele, the interior vaginal wall is repaired or the burst corpus aspiration is done. For the rectocele, the posterior vaginal wall is to be repaired, which is also known as the colpopeteneography.